Have you ever thought about investing in stocks but didn't know where to start? Welcome to the world of stocks, a realm where savvy decisions can unlock the door to growing wealth and securing a comfortable future. At first glance, this world might seem intimidating, filled with jargon and complex charts, but don't let that deter you. Just like any other skill, navigating the stock market can be learned, and with the right guidance, you too can become adept at it. Investing in stocks is more than just buying low and selling high. It's about understanding the market, recognizing trends, and making informed decisions. It's about taking calculated risks and reaping the rewards of your patience and persistence. It's a journey of financial growth and personal development. So are you ready to step into the world of stocks? Terrific. Here's how you get started. So what exactly are stocks? Well, imagine you're at a pie contest and you have a winning apple pie. But instead of eating it all by yourself, you decide to slice it up and share it with friends. That's sort of what owning a stock is like. When you buy a stock, you're buying a slice of a company, a small piece of that apple pie. This slice or stock represents a portion of ownership in the company. It's your claim on part of the company's assets and earnings. So, if the company does well and the value of the pie increases, the value of your slice increases too. On the other hand, if the company doesn't do so well, the value of your slice may decrease. In essence, buying stocks is a way to invest in a company's future. You're betting on the company's ability to grow and make money. Now that you know what stocks are, it's time to understand how to buy them. Buying stocks isn't as complex as you might think. It's a process that begins with a simple yet crucial step: setting up a brokerage account. This tool is like your gateway to the world of investing. It's through this account that you'll be able to buy and sell stocks. To open a brokerage account, you'll need to choose a broker. There are many out there, so it's worth taking the time to do a bit of research. Some brokers offer more features and services than others, and fees can vary widely. Once you've chosen a broker, you can open an account online. You'll need to provide some personal information like your social security number and contact details, and then you're ready to move on to the next step. With your brokerage account set up, it's time to fund it. This is as easy as transferring money from your bank account. The amount you choose to transfer will depend on your financial situation and investment goals. Remember, investing always involves risk, so only invest money you can afford to lose. Now you're ready to buy a stock, but how do you find the one you want? Your broker's platform will have a search function where you can look up stocks by their ticker symbols. A ticker symbol is a unique series of letters representing a particular company on the stock market. For example, AAPL is the ticker symbol for Apple Inc. And once you've found the stock you want to buy, it's time to make a purchase. You'll need to decide how many shares you want to buy and at what price. You can choose to buy at the current market price, or you can set a limit order, which allows you to specify the maximum price you're willing to pay per share. Click the buy button and voila, you've just bought your first stock. It's a thrilling moment seeing that stock in your portfolio, knowing you own a piece of a company. With your stock purchased, you're now officially an investor. But how do you choose which stocks to buy? Choosing which stocks to buy can be the trickiest part of investing. It's like picking out the best apple from a barrel of thousands, each with their own unique flavor and crunch. But don't worry, there are strategies that can help you make this decision. One such strategy is investing in companies you believe in. This could mean a brand you love, a service you use regularly, or a business that aligns with your values. When you believe in what a company does, you're more likely to hold on to their stocks during market downturns, and this long-term approach can often lead to greater returns. Another approach is following market trends. This involves keeping a close eye on the stock market and identifying patterns or trends. For instance, if you notice a certain sector is booming, like technology or healthcare, you might decide to invest in stocks from those industries. However, following trends requires time and dedication, and it's crucial to remember that past performance does not guarantee future results. Diversification is another key concept when choosing stocks. This means spreading your investments across different sectors, geographic regions, and company sizes to reduce risk. If one area of your portfolio takes a hit, the other parts can help balance it out. Think of it as not putting all your eggs in one basket. No matter which strategy you choose, remember the golden rule of investing: research, research, research. Understand the company you're investing in. Look at their financial health, competitive position, and future plans. Are they profitable? Do they have a solid strategy for growth? Are they in a strong position compared to their competitors? These are all important questions to consider. In the end, choosing the right stocks is an art, and with practice, you'll get better at it. But remember, investing also involves risks. It's not about finding the perfect stock, but about creating a balanced portfolio that fits your financial goals and risk tolerance. And remember, every investor makes mistakes along the way. The key is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Investing in stocks isn't without its risks. A simple yet crucial truth that every investor must understand. The stock market is a volatile entity, ever-changing and unpredictable. It dances to the rhythm of economic trends, political decisions, and a myriad of other factors. This unpredictability is the primary risk when investing in stocks. Now let's make this a bit more tangible. Imagine you've invested in a company's stock. You're part owner of that enterprise. If the company performs well, your stocks rise in value. But if the company stumbles, your stocks could tumble. The worst-case scenario is the company going bankrupt. In this case, your stocks could become worthless, and you stand to lose all your invested money. But let's not get carried away by these risks. After all, the goal here is not to scare you away from investing in stocks, but to arm you with the knowledge to make informed decisions. Remember, higher risks often come with higher rewards. The key is managing those risks effectively. One of the most effective ways to manage risk is through diversification. This is essentially a fancy way of saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different companies, industries, and even countries. This way, if one investment falters, others can help balance out your portfolio. Another crucial principle of risk management is only investing money that you can afford to lose. This isn't about being pessimistic, but rather about being realistic. This principle can shield you from financial ruin and ensure that you are able to endure the inevitable ups and downs of the market. Investing in stocks can be exhilarating and profitable. However, it's important to approach it with a clear understanding of the risks involved. Remember, every investment decision should be made with careful consideration and, ideally, with the guidance of a financial advisor. While risks are part of investing, careful planning and wise decisions can help mitigate them. Keep this in mind as you embark on your investing journey. Investing in stocks can be a rewarding venture if done right. That's a line worth remembering. We've journeyed together through the world of stocks, from understanding their nature to the art of choosing the right ones, and we've touched on the risks involved. Let's wrap it up with a summary of our key takeaways. Firstly, we learned that stocks represent a piece of ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you're buying a small fraction of that company, becoming a shareholder with a claim on part of the company's assets and earnings. Secondly, to buy these stocks, you need a brokerage account. And this is an arrangement between an investor and a licensed brokerage firm that allows the investor to deposit funds with the firm and place investment orders through the brokerage. Next, we touched on how to choose the right stocks. This is where research and planning come into play. Look for companies with strong fundamentals, including solid financial health, competitive advantages, and competent management. Also consider the company's valuation to determine if the stock is priced reasonably. Then, we discussed the risks involved in stock investing. The stock market is unpredictable and prices can fluctuate greatly due to a myriad of factors. This is why it's essential to diversify your portfolio, invest only what you can afford to lose, and avoid making investment decisions based on emotions. All throughout, we emphasize the importance of research, planning, and making informed decisions. The more you understand about the stock market and the companies you invest in, the better equipped you'll be to navigate the ups and downs of the market. And finally, remember that patience is key. The stock market isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a platform for long-term wealth creation. As Warren Buffett once said, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Remember, the journey of investing is a marathon, not a sprint. So, take your time, do your homework, and happy investing.